a scale of 1 to 10, how big of a threat are the Lakers to go ahead and win the West?
Skip, before I answer that question, today is a very special day. My youngest, Kaylee Sharpe, it's her birthday, and I want to tell you happy birthday.
Great.
I call her Pooh. She's probably just getting off rotational. She's in the pediatric unit right now. So happy birthday, very special day, and many more to come. Now, to answer Jen's question, on a scale of 1 to 10, how big a threat are the Lakers to come out of the West? If AD playing like he playing right now, a 10. Now, I've seen AD be a Hakeem Olajuwon on a couple of nights, and then I've seen him be a more skilled DeAndre Jordan. So I don't know which one I'm going to get on a nightly basis. Now, if I'm going to get this guy that I've got the last 3 games, we ain't coming out of the West. We coming out the NBA Finals as champs. That's what we coming out as. Gave you 40 and 9 on 15 on 20 shots, 15 and 20. He gave you 38 and 17, 15 and 26. You remember how Cat did him last time with Cat was doing all that talking?
Do I?
Shut all that down.
Yeah.
And then against the Bulls, 13 of 20, he was from the field, 38 points, 9 rebounds. He's on pace to be the first Laker to average 25 and 10 since LeBron. That's points and rebounds. LeBron did average 25 and 10, but Skip, it was a points and assists.
Yeah.
So, Skip, the Lakers are 9-0 when AD scores 40 points. Skip, he's been dominant. He's been dominant. Austin Reeves has played even better since being inserted into the starting lineup.
He is.
Rui came off the bench last night, gave you 20, but played outstanding defense.
He does.
LeBron is still getting his leg. His shot is still not there yet, but he's doing other things. He's giving you double-digit rebounds in back-to-back games. We know he can facilitate the ball. Eventually, that shot's going to come back. His leg's going to come back. He missed a couple of easy bunnies last night that he normally cashes in. So I'm not worried about LeBron James, but I like what I'm seeing from Austin Reeves. I like what I'm seeing from Rui. Yeah, Skip it. We gonna get on AD. AD gonna play like this? AD gonna play like this, like he played like the last 9 games. That's what you telling me? 10.
10?
10. 10, you in trouble. You in trouble Wednesday night, too. We got something for you.
Shannon, I've been trying to tell you since the trade deadline that Rob Pelinka should be the executive of the year. What he pulled off, there are a lot of little big moves that add up to one big move.
We got Rui Hachimura for Kendrick Nunn.
You did. And some little pick like a second or something. I don't know what it was. But the point is, you got rid of Russell Westbrook. The Clippers jumped on Russell Westbrook. He will be the undoing of the Clippers, and he is, without him, the making of the Lakers or remaking. You got rid of Patrick Beverley. I think both were irritants and distractions for your team. And once you cleared the deck, once you went with more youth and enthusiasm and pieces that fit around LeBron, and D'Lo has some foot, but he said, Darvin said after the game, it was just precautionary that he didn't play the second half. But if he's okay, he's a sweet piece to the puzzle.
Yeah.
And then you were always a little iffy about Hachimura. Is he that good? Well, this is why. You don't need him every night, but every once in a while, he's a good guy who keeps his chin up on the bench. If he doesn't play for a couple of games, if he DNPs, it doesn't matter because he will give you every ounce he's got against a Houston on the road. And you know what happened the last time you were at Houston on the road? You didn't have LeBron or AD. And you know what happened? You got embarrassed. Well, last night, Hachimura comes in and gives you 20, and that was a career-high 12 rebounds and a career-high 3 blocks. Okay, that is productivity. That is a professional basketball player who comes in and says, I can do this. And I keep looking down your box scores, and I say, Jared Vanderbilt, yeah, I like him. Austin Reeves is like a now revelation. Malik Beasley made 3 threes at Minnesota back at where he started, right? And on any given night, Troy Brown could get hot. And on any given night, Schroeder can go. He can close for you. He can give you. Lonnie Walker hadn't been playing very much, but he gets to play here and there. My point is, you got lots of nice pieces around LeBron. Obviously, right now, the sun in your solar system is the center. And as long as he considers himself a 5 and not a 4 or a 3, he hasn't been shooting 3-point shots. He hasn't been settling. And Darvin Ham keeps talking about that as long as he is playing downhill constantly toward the paint, you're good to go. You have to push the right button. You have to light the right fire. Gotta attack.
But Skip, Isn't this what he should do against Sengun? Isn't it what he should do against Rudy Gobert? He should annihilate Vucevic. As far as just skill, you have top 5 skill, but you have a top 15 motor. Now, if you put that top 5 motor with that top 5 skill set,
top 5.
Skip, look at the way he can shoot the ball.
I know. I got it.
The way he could put the ball on the floor. You see him the other night against the Bulls. He put the ball on the floor in front of Vucevic, crossed him over, and dunked it on him in the paint.
Okay, but what was your last words? He dunked it on him in the paint. Yes! He didn't cross him over and do a step-back fall away, exactly. Right? And leave it on the front of the rim. No,
he should punish Rudy. Stop it.
Okay, I got all that, which brings me to LeBron. He did have a triple-double. It wasn't a spectacular game. Right. It wasn't a memorable game.
No.
In fact, when it was over, I looked and I thought, oh, he had a triple-double. It was quiet.
Yeah, it was.
Here's what I love about this. When you put the right pieces around him at age 38 in year 20, you allow him to pick his spots.
Yes.
Because Austin Reeves can handle the basketball just fine. He trusts Austin Reeves to play the right way and make sound decisions with the basketball, right? Okay, so now you've got a LeBron who can coast a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
He can ease up a little bit. He can take his foot off the accelerator. He doesn't have to be pedal to the metal for the whole game. He can also pick his spots when to play defense. They have been ranked number 1 in defense since the trade deadline because they're pretty good on defense. Yeah. And they care about it, and they play hard on defense, and they make it hard on you, including LeBron gets sort of, it's contagious. He'll go along for the ride, and he'll have a stretch or two. Like you say, he can't sit in the chair the whole game, but he'll go sit in the chair occasionally, and he will disrupt somebody's offense for a stretch.
Right.
Okay? I don't know what's not to love about this team because last night I'm looking up in the standings and I'm saying, wait a second, Joker, it just missed 3 straight games with a dreaded calf pull.
Yep.
Okay, are you sure about him? I don't know what's going on. Are you sure? Memphis just collapsed and blew another big lead. I'm saying, wait, are you sure about them?
No.
Sacramento just had a big home loss.
Oh, they lost to San Antonio.
They
gave up 142.
What? Wait a second. I know it's kind of the dog days here at the end of the regular season. Some teams are taking their foot off the gas, but
I don't think y'all won't win Wembanyama.
Okay.
The Spurs, we keep trying to win games. Y'all keep playing hard.
Well, Detroit looks like it's...
Detroit said we want it.
They want him. They want him
lost
bad.
20 or 21.
Okay. And I keep looking up, and we're about to talk about Golden State. They're not the same anymore. The Clippers are hit and miss and hit and miss. I still don't like them with Westbrook, but they don't have Paul George.
Right.
So you know what Kawhi is. Every other night you might get him, and every other night he might go crazy.
I mean, he had 40. He had 40 the other night, and they still lost. An efficient 40.
He did. And then some games he'll shoot 6 for 19, and you'll say, well, what are you doing? Well, I just didn't feel like it tonight. Okay. So that's the Clippers. And around you, Minnesota is starting to fade backward, right? Okay, so what's not to love about your position right now? Because you're the one team that is going north because you got all your pieces together. So LeBron is talking about we don't have as much chemistry as a lot of other teams. Well, there's only one team above you that I would be really worried about, and that is the Phoenix Suns. They had a big win last night against a dangerous Oklahoma City at Oklahoma City. Are you better than them? I don't think you are right now.
Right.
But their chemistry issue is much worse than your chemistry issue because think about it. Kevin Durant has now played 6 total games with his new team. He missed 10 when he had the whatever it was. It was the most freakish ankle injury I've ever seen. So he misses 10 in the interim.
Right.
So he wins 3, miss 10, win 3. So he's 6-0 with them, and he blends better than any superstar in the history of this league.
Right.
But is their chemistry great? I saw Chris Paul in the postgame interview. He was asked by their local TV people, why do you guys struggle in the first quarter? And he said, because we're trying to figure each other out.
Right.
We're trying to figure out what plays should we run to get us started. And he said, you know what? I'm just going to tell Book and KD, let's just play pickup basketball to start the game. Let's just go do what we feel like. Let's not try to say, let's run this set. Let's do this. My point is...
Get to a spot, I get you the ball.
That is correct, because that's what they do best. But But their chemistry issue is worse than your chemistry issue, because at least LeBron has played with AD and he's played with Austin Reeves for a couple of years. He's got some feel. There are a bunch of new teammates too, but with the more key pieces, isn't he good to go?
Yeah.
Doesn't he know them? Yeah. Trust them?
I think the thing is, you talk about chemistry, but when you got one of the best scientists, which is Kevin Durant, the chemistry is not the issue. Okay. Because all you got to do is, hey, where you want the ball? You ain't got to run no set for him. Just where do you want the ball? Okay, give it to it. Back to LeBron, Skip. If you notice, LeBron rarely brings the ball up anymore. That's Austin Reeves and that's D'Lo.
Which I love.
I love that.
I think he's very comfortable with that.
Yes.
Because the burden on him, it's not a physical, it's a mental burden of, I got to lock in, I got to initiate, I got to orchestrate, I got a quarterback. Well, let him freewheel occasionally where he doesn't have to feel responsible for every last second of a possession, right?
Correct. And he played less than 30 minutes last night.
And he seems to be buying into, let me pace myself.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. I'm sure come playoff time, it ain't going to be no 30 minutes. It's not going to be on no minutes restriction.
Okay.
Probably for the rest of the regular season, Skip, he'll probably be on a minutes restriction, somewhere around 32 minutes or less. But I like the way they're playing right now. Vanderbilt didn't play a whole lot last night, but he wasn't needed.
Okay.
He wasn't needed.
Can he defend at a high level?
Yeah, absolutely.
You better believe he can.
Absolutely.
So the beauty of what happened with LeBron this year was he was hell-bent to pass Kareem, and he went crazy from December 30th, his birthday in Atlanta, all the way through Feb 7 against Oklahoma City at home. Unfortunately, your team lost that game to the Thunder. It was all about LeBron, and it should have been all about LeBron, and my God, he did it.
Right.
He passed him way faster than I thought he would.
Yes.
And once he got over that, he was spent. His foot was bothering him. He needed a break. He needed a rest, and he got it. He was out for 1 month, but he came back just in time to have enough time, to me, to figure it back out with your current pieces. They have what? They got 4 games. Most teams have 3, but they got 4.
Right.
Well, Shannon, don't look now, but they got a real shot at finishing in the 5 seed.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to finish in the 5, because that would mean you got to deal with Durant and the Suns in the first round. You'd go 4-5, right? Mm-hmm. But you definitely got a shot at the 6 seed. You have a dangerous duo here, because you got to go to Utah. Right. So you need to take care of Utah.
You got to take care of Utah, yeah.
And then you come back for a quote-unquote road game at home against the Clippers. Well, the Clippers are the ones you're tracking right above you, along with Golden State. But they're tied, but the Clippers have the tiebreaker between those two. But my point is, you're looking in the catbird seat to get out of the play-in right now, right?
Oh, we ain't gonna do play. That's
okay, you don't do play-ins like LeBron doesn't do play-ins.
No, that's beneath us.
Right? Okay. Well, are you with me that you got a great shot at this?
Yes.
To get if you fit, the perfect would be for you to finish in the 6th seed. Right?
Yes.
Well, you didn't have to deal with the Suns in the first round, because that would be hard.
That means we'll get, Sacramento? Look like Sacramento's going to be in the 3 seed?
That would be what it would be. And you can beat a young
we definitely can get them.
Even though De'Aaron Fox just torments you guys.
Yeah.
But you know what? In a 7-game series, you could beat them.
Yeah, you got to be able to deal with him and Sabonis.
Yeah.
But AD.
Hey.
You can have your hands full with him.
Yeah, I would agree.
Skip, LeBron agrees with you. Post-game, he was talking about how much he likes the track the Lakers have been on the past month or so, what they've been building. It's going to be fun to watch this finish in the West. Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Subscribe here to get the very latest from Skip and Shannon. Plus, go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.